The trails that we have already at the moment go from Glasgow. We have the West Highland Way, which is possibly the most popular, going up Loch Lomond side, Craiglarich, Tindrum, Bridgewalkie, across here and through the Ranachmore area and up to Glencoe, sidestep Glencoe to Glenlochleven, and then up to Fort William. From there you can take the Cape Rat Trail, and that's a fantastic and wild trail. We go down a little bit here and up to Glenfinnan, and then through this Coigach area, which is just stunning, backwards and forwards across, and you have these sea lochs here and beautiful parts, over to Shield Bridge, and then up through these highland areas, all the way up to Benay, which is here, Kinloch, and then up to Antillich, and then through Benmore Ascent and up to the north there. So those are two main trekking routes, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Skye has a trail and it goes from here to here, very beautiful. The Outer Hebrides has a trail which is quite long. I wanted Scotland to have more trails. When you go on YouTube you see a lot of these long trails in America and in other countries which take people months to complete, and apart from the Land's End to John O'Groats, we don't really have that sort of trail in this country. So the Iona to Cape Wrath I hope will contribute to that. I decided to go to the maps and guidebooks, things like this, looking up Scottish Hill Tracks, backpackers guides, and looking at the map on 3D in Ordnance Survey 3D map, and allowed me to really examine what is possible. And I put together little bits of a route, and then suddenly I realized I did have a route, and it is logical. It follows the land, it follows historical paths, it's challenging. The idea is to be accessible from Glasgow. There's a train from there to Oban, and that allows us to get a ferry which coordinates with the train. That takes us over to Craigmuir, where we can get a bus which is again waiting for you, and takes you out all the way to here, where you can get a ferry to Iona. Now Iona is the starting point of this route. This is where St. Columbus first brought Christianity to Scotland, and so it's a place of pilgrimage, and I think that's a good place to start a trek. From there we move down the south coast of Mull, which is beaches, little coves with beaches, and then wild rugged cliffs and rock formations, absolutely stunning waterfalls, and it's quite remote. And going up close to Benmore and across Mull and up to Tobermory here. Campsite here, restocking here. From there we get the ferry across. This is the most westerly part of UK here, and we're going there, and then we're starting and going all the way around this northern coast. Beaches, beautiful sandy beaches, wild remote walking, and beautiful views of Eigg and Rum and other islands around here. From there we're going to cross down and go over this mountain here, because on the side here is not so good, and this seems the easiest way, and down onto Loch Shield. We'll walk up this beautiful loch to Glenfinnan, and here we're going to go through the Coigach region via the Cape Rat Trail. We're borrowing a bit of that. Through here, up around there, and up along over here, which I think is stunning, this area. And then along this little path along the coast of coastal loch or sea loch. And then instead of going to Shield Bridge, which is the way the Cape Rat Trail goes, we're going over to Glen Elg, getting a wee ferry which goes over to Skye, and from there Broadford is a walk around the coast and a walk across the moors to Broadford. That's the start of the Skye Trail. The Skye Trail is an amazing trail, really spectacular. We're going down more sea, shoreline walking and cliffs, and up here, and goes around this peninsula here, and then up through the Coolins, straight up here, and then again along to the coast, and again through Portree and along the coast again, till you get to these ridges, and a series of these beautiful ridge walk all the way up here to there, where we transfer over to Sea Cliffs and walk all the way around to the top of the island. at this point here. So that's the Skye Trail. From Uig we get the ferry over to Tarbert, and Tarbert allows us to pick up on the Out Hebrides Trail, and we carry on using that all the way up through this beautiful landscape and round here up to Stornoway, possibly going up to the tip of Lewis. From Stornoway we join back onto the mainland, and you can do the Cape Wrath Trail from Ullapool. The top park goes up here, but from I want a new trail, and here it is. It goes along the Postman's Path through the Coigach mountains to Stagpolly, and then along the coast again and inland to Sweelivan, and then up to Loch Ascent and round the loch side to Inchmannadam, and then across the mountains here to Unapool and up across the moorland. And here we're joining on with the Cape Wrath Trail, which takes us to Kinlochbervie and Sandalwood Bay, and then up top to Cape Wrath. So that is the Iona to Cape Wrath Trail. It's 400 miles, 650 kilometers, and the elevation is 20,000 meters. So it's quite a substantial trail, longer than the Cape Wrath Trail, which is 230 miles or 370 kilometers and 13,000 meters of elevation. The Cape Wrath Trail pretty much takes up most of the space in terms of the obvious routes. So the Iona Cape Wrath Trail does chip in at Glenfinnan up to Skye, and of course there's not many alternatives from Kinlochbervie to Cape Wrath.